So good afternoon, everyone. We are Twitch Game Night, where you get to play board games with us. We do a live stream on Twitch that is all board game related. We have a couple of regularly scheduled shows, and we're just going to be going over about our Twitch stream and Twitch streaming board games in general today. So
an important thing to mention is that we're not backed by Twitch. We have no affiliation with them in an official manner.
We stream on Twitch. We are not linked to them in a business sense. So they just wanted us to point that out. But besides that, quick introduction for all of us. I'm Matt.
I'm Josh.
Aaron.
Nicole. I go by TP on stream.
We'll explain that in a second.
And I'm Ann.
So first off, we wanted to talk about why we started a Twitch channel and what this does for us as well as the board game community. So Josh, you want to talk about that a little bit?
So why we started this was I got the idea one day. I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with Twitch, and Twitch plays Pokemon. It was a big thing about a year ago, and I said, you know what? Let's do Twitch plays Pokemon, but with board games. And we looked out there and said, there's a few people streaming board games, but it's a small market right now. Let's go do it. So we came up with a plan, got all the equipment, set everything up, and we're here today. And we've grown a lot faster and had a lot more momentum than we expected. And it's been very, very awesome. But yeah, it's very different than Twitch streaming video games and stuff like that. There's a lot more interactive components to it and a lot more physical components to it, and the difficulty is a lot higher. So it's something that we went and we did, and we're really, really enjoying what we've been doing for the last, we've done it 3 months, 4 months
4 months now, I
yeah,
think.
we've been doing it 4
Yeah.
months now. So we're very new to it, but we have loved the reception we've already got.
We're already getting the attention from Twitch. They're focusing on board games right now. They're trying to, from what we can tell from our perspective, they're trying to promote extra board games, more board game channels, and we actually got featured on their front page about 2-3 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago.
They reached out to us and they put us on their front page, and it just blew up as far as foot traffic for us. We're now at, I think, 50,000 hits in the last 4 months, and
Something like that, yeah.
we're at we've got a lot of followers, and we're one of the fastest growing board game streamers because of it.
So one thing that Josh pointed out before is he said that we like to try and keep it interactive with Twitch. And I'm going to backtrack here and talk about why we call her TP, Twitch Proxy. So again, we like to have it where it's not just people watching us play board games, because it's got some interest, but if you can keep people involved, engaged, and participating, then it becomes a lot more interesting to them, and they have more of an incentive to watch and play along. So she is Twitch Proxy because she is basically the hands of Twitch. She goes on, and it's her job, I feel sorry for you, to sift through all of the comments of Twitch and kind of see what everyone wants to do.
It's like Twitch plays Pokemon, but not computerized.
Yes,
like
not computerized. She is
manual.
the computer for Twitch plays Pokemon,
So
and you're yelling commands at her, and she's got to be like, all right, I've got to focus this out and do it. But that is her role. So we have a physical being for Twitch plays board games.
So we
you
have
want to talk about how you actually filter through that with like the polls and the...
So Josh looks at every board game and figures out the best way to make it work on camera. Most of the time, if it's a hand, he has a separate camera set up just for their hand, so they can see what they're doing and how they're going to play it. And then if anything needs to be added, if anything needs to be taken away, I'm in control of that. I move their board game pieces. I set up polls. I set up a queue, so if there's a dice rolling thing where they're taking turns, and it really helps get everyone involved and keep everyone, communicative and engaged and having fun.
So I've been trying to set up commands in the chat and stuff like that to kind of automate more of the processes where they can actually say, roll a d6, and it will automatically roll an imaginary dice and broadcast in the chat that they rolled a 4 or something to that extent. And we could actually customize that based on which game we're playing, whether we need it to be D100 for a certain game, or King of Tokyo has specific symbols on different sides of dice. But one of the main reasons we did this as well, we wanted to talk about the popularity of board game streams, how they're picking up, and how we want to add to that momentum. And the first bullet point here, I think Ann and Aaron could talk very well about.
So I see a lot of kids here, actually, and Aaron and I are parents ourselves. And we grew up in a generation where you would play video games, and what we've seen, especially with our kids, taking it from this direction, is our kids are watching other people play games. And we wanted something, we're online, we want to kind of bring the board games out there. If you're watching other people play games, then maybe this will help them be a little bit more interactive. We're kind of that kind of YouTube streamer. On the other hand, from the parent perspective, if you enjoyed board games or games, as you start to get older, obviously our lives take on other responsibilities. We have jobs, we have kids, we have school, we have other activities. We move away from our friends, and it's very difficult to sit down in the same room and enjoy a board game. So using Twitch and that technology to kind of get your friends together in a room, or maybe you don't have board game friends, then come play with us. We're a bunch of great, nice people. You log into Twitch.
We like to think we are.
And it gives people the ability to meet up with other board game players, and it introduces you into new games that you might not have.
Well, so I think the appeal behind board games in general is, so when we were kids, all the games were couch co-op. You could, and that's the way you got to play. So you could actually play with your friends in the same room and have an experience that way. There's nothing that way. So unless you have 2 Xboxes or 2 PlayStation or whatever to play, something like that, you can't play with somebody in the same house. This, so we've gone kind of full circle back to the analog, to hands-on, where you can interact with people in your house.
And Twitch is allowing us to really provide the merger of the analog and digital realms, where we're using
So it bridges that gap where, okay, cool, I'd love to play this, and now you can reach out to somebody else and and pull them into that.
And can I take a quick pause for the cause?
Yeah.
I don't want to have you guys think that I'm a little distracted. We're streaming our Twitch Game Night service online now, so I'm paying attention to chat. Do you guys want to say hi to chat, because they can all hear you? Hi. They're all very
Is there something
curious.
specific that you want to?
No, they're just kind of asking, hey, where are you guys? What are you doing? So if you guys log on to Twitch now and find Twitch Game Night,
You would see
you can
this
join,
exact view.
Yeah, a little delayed.
Of
A little delayed.
us. About 30-second delay there. But another good point about watching board games on Twitch is you don't necessarily have to go out and spend that kind of money to have this extensive collection. You can play with us for things that you might not have in your closet, and you can use that as a method of seeing, oh, maybe I really like this game. I wasn't sure, but I'm having a lot of fun. I'm going to go buy this for myself. And you can kind of weed out what you do like and what you don't like without spending thousands and thousands of dollars to try everything.
So a specific example of that is, I don't know if you guys are familiar, there's a game called Kingdom Death Monster. It's one of the most successful board game Kickstarters that was ever accomplished. They made several $1 million, I believe.
About $2 million. They were the first Kickstarter to hit over $1 million, and they made $2 million.
And it's a very popular game. The problem is it's a very expensive game. It's a very small production run. Or they just want to test it out and try it out before they go and splurge and make the purchase.
What just happened?
I think
And then we have just a lot of people who own the game, but they don't have a regular gaming group to play once a week. So we all play together for once a week, and we have a lot of fun doing it. We play for 2-3 hours every Tuesday night, and which our fans, our chat has pretty much become family and friends with us. We know a lot of people across the world, and we talk to them.
Scotland, UK, New Zealand.
New Zealand. We talk to them, and they're like just basically friends now. That we even talk outside of Twitch, and we've made that connection with people. And that's the really cool thing about this, especially with board games itself. It lets you get this connection with a lot of other people that you normally don't get.
Another thing is, like, one of our viewers, Inquiring Newt, I'm going to give him a shout out. He actually reached out to us because he's part of Golden Distribution, which is a distribution company located in California, I believe. And they've wanted to sponsor us. They sent us games. They've been they've helped us provide extra content in ways that we wouldn't have been able to do without that assistance. And reaching out in that community on an international level, it just provides so many contacts that we would never have been able to make otherwise.
So bouncing back off the point Josh made about us being like friends and family with the people from the chat. Hey Mark, how you doing? Speaking of friends and family.
On that point.
Hey Mark. Mark's been on our stream.
There's actually a great piggyback here. So a thing with the board gaming community is we all really try to help each other out. And Mark here, Vile Genius Games, they've actually been really great to us. They've come on, he's come on and shown a couple of the games that they are producing on the stream, and games that right now are on Kickstarter. Tales from the Tavern, shout out for that. So, but we really try to cross promote each other and help each other out, and that's a big part of it. So it's not just us and the chat and the viewers being friends and family, but everyone in the community. We honestly really do feel really close-knit with everyone. Even the other board game streams, we try to work together and help each other out to grow the community as a whole.
Well, we just had that Twitch front page. They got a couple of Twitch board gaming streamers together to feature us on their front page a couple of weeks ago, and it was so nice to see how the community put together. There's an option to like host on Twitch, which pretty much you're broadcasting your other streamers' shows. So we would have hey, go see these people's times, go see those people's times. I'm going to put up their show.
And we're just working really hard to boost each other. And if you're advertising and you're getting followers, oh, hey, also check out these people because they're cool too. Yeah. And it's a great way to cross-promote.
But just because we want to also bring more people into it, it's actually pretty simple to set up a Twitch channel. It's
really
just a matter of content generation, and anyone can do it. So we wanted to give a little bit of time to talk about what exactly you need or can do to start up your own stream and get on this as well.
So all you really need is what we have right here. This is really all you need.
That's it.
You need I'm going to very highly recommend a mic. Don't use an inboard mic for your laptop or a webcam, just
especially if you mumble like him.
I have a tendency to mumble at some points, but
his nickname on stream is Dr. Mumble.
Yes, Dr. Mumbles, attorney at law, because that's what chat made me. But really, just one of the things a lot of people go into when they go on the channel, if your audio is bad, they'll immediately leave. It's just something.
And you can get a decent mic for $80, $70. I mean,
even cheaper than that. If depending on what you get, we got something on the little higher end because that's what we did.
Can I take a pause?
Yeah.
One of our regular viewers, Charles Fox. Shocking, Dr. Mumbles is not mumbling.
Round of applause.
I'm not looking down at my board and talking to myself. I'm actually projecting. But no, and then besides that, you need a mic. And for board games, recommend 2 web cameras.
At the very least, because then you have a camera on yourself so people can see who's playing, and a camera on the board so they can actually see what is being played. Our stream is a little bit more extensive because we do have different angles, and if it's a secretive game, we have a hand on just a camera on just their hand, so they can make the decision. So we are a little bit extra work goes into it, but for basic streaming, it really doesn't require much.
So we have 4 cameras right now, I think, that we use like that. We have a bunch of cameras. We have actually 2 microphones because we do.
We technically have 3 on accident.
We technically have 3 by accident, but we only use 2 max. But we do. We play Pathfinder RPG games once a week, and
we set up like
6 of us,
an elongated table. Make sure everyone's well heard and everything like that.
So we have a mic on each side just because of that. But really, you could get away with 1 cam, and if you're going to do 1 cam, you do it on the board because you want to show what you're doing.
And even still, depending on how you do it, there's actually this thing called Tabletop Simulator. It is a app on the computer that you can use, and it's basically a way for you to virtually play board games on the computer. It sounds kind of weird, but you could actually stream that directly through Twitch. It makes it really easy. So honestly, all you really need is a mic to set up with, and it's just a matter of the content generation with everything.
And there's also Tabletopia besides Tabletop Simulator. They're both board game simulators, though. But yeah, that's it. And then you just need a computer. You don't need anything. You don't need a fancy gaming computer. You're not gaming on it.
I mean, this is a laptop. How old is this laptop?
It is a fancy gaming.
It is a fancy gaming, but
it's old, and it's causing us a lot of problems. And still, we're live with a 20-second delay.
And then there's a lot of free software. The main software is called OBS. You download it. There's a million tutorials on how to set it up because that's what 90% of streamers use.
So another thing we wanted to touch on is like
what does that program do for them, Josh?
So what the program does is it captures all your video feeds and your audio feeds, and then it uploads it to Twitch in a live stream. Then Twitch takes that and repeats it out to all the viewers.
Is that the one that lets you set up?
Yeah, it lets you set up how the cameras look, and you can put overlays and everything else on there.
You could wind up with a very professional-looking finished product versus just a camera pointing at.
But I mean, just to get started, it's definitely not something you need right away. We've definitely grown as far as what our look looks like and our layovers and things like that. We've learned as we go.
We're on look 3 now. So if you go to our original videos, you just see a couple boxes of us.
It's like boxes. There's no overlay. There's no names. There's nothing.
Yeah, and then we put names and overlays in, and then we slimmed down the new overlays and
a lot of it is learning as you go.
Yeah.
So another thing we wanted to touch on is what exactly works best on the stream, because a lot of times the bigger, heavier games that really take a lot more in-depth to it, there's like too much stuff going on.
A lot of steps to your turns.
They don't work as well on stream, and then certain games that are supposed to be played very fast-paced and reactive are pretty terrible on stream.
They're bad on stream because we are so interactive with playing with Twitch.
So a lot of times we have to fight a delay that's inherent to online streaming in general. So it could be anywhere from 20 seconds to 2 minutes in the delay. We've seen it get that bad sometimes.
Depending on how bad the internet connection is. But that's something we have to work with because we play with Twitch and I'm communicating with them and asking them what they want to do. If you're just streaming board games in general, the delay wouldn't matter so much other than reading chat and responding to them.
And then another important thing is to actually set a schedule. If you just randomly go live, you will get viewers, but you're not going to get as many. You kind of want to set a schedule, and you want to broadcast at those times regularly, because think of it like TV. If your favorite show is on at a certain time, then you're going to go and make an effort to be available to watch it then. Granted, we are in the age of DVRs and stuff like that, but that's the general principle.
I know, I still get excited when it's 8 o'clock on a Thursday and Grey's Anatomy is coming on, so, I mean... another point is, a lot of our followers have made a point to mention to us that they're leaving work early because they want to watch us. Because they know at 8 o'clock we're going to be on, and that might be 5 o'clock West Coast time, but they're going out of their way to watch us and make sure they're there to see it.
And it's more than just watching and seeing. They want to interact with us.
Yeah,
they want the opportunity to interact, to be part of the community, because it's really what we've built is a group, a community. We've brought together. We've been fortunate enough to bring together a bunch of people from around the world
and talk to each other
and talk to each other and be friends and hang out.
And yeah, you can see that video later, but the thing that makes us a little bit special, the reason that we're playing with you, you're not going to get that feeling watching the video back.
Right.
You're going to want to be there to play it, to experience it, and to have the fun.
Yes. So there's something to going on the YouTube page afterwards and seeing the video and, hey, this is a really interesting game. I'd really like to see how it's worked, because reading the instructions is boring and I don't really get it. But there's so much more to the interaction aspect of it.
So now we're going to talk a little bit into the benefits of why we actually stream beyond just the entertainment value of it. So we are actually a multifaceted business. We have our other thing is Precision Gaming Solutions. As you see on the front of all of our shirts, we make dice. But we use this to help promote attention for other projects of our own, as well as other projects for other people. So other games that are currently live on Kickstarter, we do something called a spotlight session, where we will invite them to come on, show off their game, and help promote their product, as well as gain some more attention for our stuff as well.
Right.
Right. So you guys saw Mark that was here earlier. He's got Tales from the Tavern that he's demoing here. So we had him actually the day that the Kickstarter went live. He came down over and we actually played through the game a couple times. And now they have it was great for us because they, BioGenius has their own crowd that they're already popular with. So it brings in some of those people for us, but it also, now he's got a video of live gameplay and everything like that they can use to further promote their own product.
And another thing is that, it's one thing to look at a Kickstarter page and say, oh, that looks like it could be interesting, and it's a whole another ballpark to actually be able to experience it and say, oh, I like this, I would have fun with
here's
this.
how it's played, and that looks
and
like
I can see the mechanics and see the people having fun, and it's just it's a completely different ballpark.
So Nicole, you want to talk a little bit about the partnership abilities, third-party subscription services, stuff like that?
Josh is more familiar with the third-party subscriptions, but the ultimate goal when you're streaming with Twitch is to get a partnership. That's what everyone's really working for. That's really what...
What do you get from the partnership?
I'll get that. A partnership basically means that Twitch is working with you and you have subscribers. The subscribers pay X amount of money. I don't know how much it is.
Subscribers pay $5 a month, and it's split between Twitch and the streamer. The other thing is you also get revenue from the ads shown on your stream. So all the people watching ads, you actually get a portion of that. When you're not doing it, you don't get anything. So right now we don't get any of the ad money, but that's what it is. But what they do is once you become a partnership, Twitch typically tends to support you more, give you some more options, and also get you out there more. So they'll put you on the front page, and they'll do other things to help promote your channel.
Featured and things.
And it's
like
also
that.
kind of like that stamp of approval where it kind of gives you more notoriety and more, a better outlook toward the people who oh, are you just, someone streaming, or are you a partner? And it shows that you've been there and you kind of know what you're doing and you have the experience. And but why would people want to pay that money? You want to talk about the benefits of subscribing to it?
So, Twitch gives a couple benefits for subscribing. You could do subscriber-only chat. So, maybe in the future for us, if we had a ton of people watching and chat was getting crazy, we could say, all right, this stream's just going to be subscriber-only, and only the people subscribing chat. They got emotes and stuff, but it's really just a way for viewers to support the stream they're watching, and just to help some funding and help them pay for the equipment needed and everything else you need to do this. And
it's not a cheap hobby to do.
It's not a cheap hobby, and some people make this full time. So if you have enough subscribers and other things going on, you can do this full time.
And I mean,
there's a lot of people that do that.
There are other ways to make money without being a partner. You're not going to get rich doing it, but there are tips people can donate to your stream. And the way we try to encourage tipping is we try to make it fun for them. With our Kingdom Death stream, we say, okay, if you want to name a character yourself and bypass the whole voting aspect of it, tip $5, and you can name it within reason, no curse words, nothing ridiculous, but you can name the character whatever you want.
So for
there's
example,
not a whole lot of reason there.
So everyone, Matt's the villain on the show. Basically, everyone hates Matt.
In a loving way, I hope.
Everyone hopes, but so
the heel. Yeah.
Someone gave us $5 to name the character. Matt is Sabotage, because they just want to screw Matt over. So we have some fun and we do a lot of stuff like that.
Genius tipped us $20 to shave Josh's
my beard. Someone asked how much would it cost to shave your beard. I said I'll do it for $20, and then someone said, oh yeah, here's $20, you're gonna shave now. So we had Matt actually shave me on stream. That's why I don't have much of a beard anymore. This was 2 weeks ago.
Vile Genius Games also came on and didn't like the fact that she was laughing a little too much about it, and he paid $100 to have her dye her hair blonde. So it's just little weird things like that. We try to keep it interesting for the tips as well. And as long as it's within the terms of service, we're open to people giving us suggestions for funny, weird stuff to do, just to keep them a little bit more
Speaking of which,
entertained.
didn't we say that we would dye your beard pink this month?
I think so.
I think we did.
Sure.
We talked about
No,
doing
it's
it for
next
charity.
month, I believe it's for charity.
Okay, yeah, we did talk about dyeing his beard pink for charity.
Yeah.
So
And so there are a few. It's kind of hard to get a Twitch partnership. There are other things to do though. There are third-party subscription services such as Patreon. I know is a big one.
And Patreon's good for YouTubers and some other multimedia people and some other things. The bigger one that's been taken off with Twitch channel is called Game Wisp, just because they have more of an interface that integrates with Twitch itself. And you can kind of actually even put it on top of partnerships. So you could have a partnership, someone be subscribed to you, they also get your Game Wisp level, and then they could actually up that level for more benefits. So you could have different tiers. So Twitch only lets you do $5 pledge. Mm-hmm. But you get Game Wisp, you have a $5 support us, and then you give a $10 support us, and you can give different options. So we haven't quite set ours up, but what we have is we've got a Minecraft server for our viewers or our subscribers. So once that goes live, if you give us $5 a month, hey, you come join our server, play with us, and do some cool things like that.
So there's a lot of things that you can experience by being a subscriber, and that's what we want to kind of give back and say thank you for supporting us, thank you for helping us grow to be what we are. So
that's a big thing that we do is we try to really give back to the community that's loyal to us. We do a lot of giveaways on the stream. We gave away a couple of exclusive minifigures that we got at Gen Con, which is the largest board game convention in the United States. We got a few exclusive things from there to give out on stream. We got a couple of signed
another thing
Dungeons
that
and Dragons
the tips,
handbooks.
as much as we appreciate the help and appreciate being able to fund the board games that we play and the equipment that we use, we also give away merchandise just to give it back.
Well, and even so, with some of the giveaways, we have a lot of people who are up-and-coming game developers who like to use our stream to get word out about their streams. Mm-hmm. They'll donate to us. Hey, you guys want to do giveaways? Why don't here's my games. Let me give you a couple of boxes. You can use these.
Marcus gave us a couple.
Absolutely.
Mark gave us 5
to give them away to your streamers. So it goes hand in hand. If you're a game developer and you're looking to get your name out about your game, use us as a service to do that. If you're somebody who's viewing the service, come on, come chat with us, hang out. We do tons of giveaways, and it helps connect. It's another outlet to connect the game developers to the gamers.
And it's fantastic because it's a win for the gamer, the game developers, because they're getting their product out there. It's a win for...
Probably wait 1 second.
Okay.
Just wait for the cart to go by.
It's a win for the game developers because they're getting their product out there. It's a win for our viewers because they're getting a chance to win some free stuff. And it's a win for us because we're getting the exposure to help us build into a bigger brand. So it's a win all around.
The final thing we really want to touch on, and this kind of segues into it nicely, we mentioned a lot of these points already, but how to get and keep viewers and keep people interested in the stream. So the general one is social media promotion, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that. Get your name out there so people can see it and give them a way to join up with you in other areas. For example, we have a Discord chat. I don't even want to talk about that. We have a chat room basically specifically for people who watch our stream.
Just a way to communicate with everyone. Anytime we go live, I tweet it out, I hashtag it. People who might not know of us or know of Twitch could check out Google board game or search board games on Twitter and find us. And there's Josh posts to all the communities.
Well, so to that effect, you tag whatever game we're playing. So if somebody is a fan of a particular game, so again, this goes to appealing to different segments of people. So if we're,
I'll tag Kingdom Death. We're playing that.
People who follow that or are watching that on Twitter will see, oh, this is what's going on here. So that's another way to tap into other interest groups, basically.
Like I said before, offering something different. You don't want to just do what everyone else does. Do something that sets yourself apart. Just like there are a lot of other board game streams. We are the only interactive one, I believe.
Or the one that focuses mostly
Or the one
on
that focuses.
interaction.
Yeah.
Some of them now and then will interact with.
I mean,
not that they interact with chat.
They'll chat, they'll talk, they'll make it fun.
But our focus.
But you don't get to play the game.
Our focus is to let you actually play with us. And
As often as we can.
As often as we can. Sometimes it's just not viable with a specific game, depending on the play type.
Right, and you never want to alienate yourself from the other streamers as well. You want to just work with them, be allies, stuff like that.
You'll see a lot of the other streamers will be in our chat room. They'll be talking to our followers.
And we'll do the same for them because the community is just awesome like that. And by providing something different about your channel, you're not competing with anyone. You're providing something different. I mean, we watch Game of Thrones, but then we'll also watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it's usually the same type of people like that kind of stuff. But I mean, maybe this is the wrong kind of comparison, but it's something completely different. And
see what you're going for.
You see what I'm going for? Okay.
Yeah.
But the one thing is, even if there is some competition, it's friendly. We have friendly competition with them, of course, but we're not cutthroat or anything. And even if there's 2 or 3 of us streaming at the same time, board games is very new to Twitch. So if you look at categories, board games way down there. It doesn't have that many viewers.
But it's trending up.
But it's starting to trend upwards, and it's better to have 4 channels streaming something than 1 channel or no one streaming in there. Because
the more you're streaming, the higher it ranks on Twitch.
Yeah.
As far as that's how it works. Right?
It's by numbers and stuff, but like, as long as it's going to be something more people turn into. Be like, oh, there's board games on here, and there's always someone kind of streaming every now and then, and things like that. So.
And the more they promote, the more they get people aware of Twitch and what that can do, the bigger the community will grow as a whole, and the more viewers it is for everyone involved.
Right. So I think that touches on all the points that we were going to make here. So if you guys have any questions, feel free, yell out whatever you want to know, and we'll.
Anyone in chat has questions too, because I don't know who's on.
There's a little bit of a delay.
There's a little bit.
Any of you guys have questions?
Curious? Anything? Who wants to go first?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Twitch game night.
Twitch game night.
1 word.
That's an important question.
That is an important question.
It is on the panel screen out there. I'm pretty sure they spelled it right.
Follow
I
us,
didn't double check.
please.
Hey, new followers.
We actually got a new follower during this panel. Hold on, I gotta scroll up.
Is it that active today?
I mean, we're going pretty good. Yes, I can't figure out where I did it.
Well, thank you to the new follower that we got in the last.
Kid Blaby. Kid Blaby was our new follower.
Thank
today.
you. We try to shout out if anyone, if we do receive a tip and if we do get a follow, we try to shout it out on camera and say thank you. So, anyone else have a question? No?
Okay.
Okay.
No? All right.
Thank you all for coming.
Nothing from chat?
Nothing from chat?
Nope.
No.
All right.
All right.
Thank you all for coming. This is Twitch Game Night signing off. I'm Matt.
Josh?
Aaron?
TP.
And Anne.
Thank you all for joining us
Thanks.
today.
Thank you.